Welcome to the McCrazy Talk podcast.
Yeah.
Hey.
Episode 2. So this is something.
This is episode 2?
This is episode 2.
Wow.
Season 1, episode 2.
Okay.
We did it.
So the thing is this, we're going to be doing this podcast, or we're going to try to, schedule permitting, weekly. Because part of the charm of this particular podcast is to highlight the craziest news stories of the week or stuff that we need to put you on to just in case you haven't heard.
It really all depends on Mark's schedule. Because me and Indy ain't doing shit.
Yeah, we free. We ain't got nothing else to do.
We ain't got shit to do.
We
I
wait
tell
on
you,
you.
they are working me like I owe them money. I tell you. But I do like eating and getting checks, so I will continue to do that. In the meantime, though, let's talk about some of these stories that you may have missed. And that's what we do, something called McCrazy Talk. It's our vast studio audience.
Subscribe.
Okay, so we'll just get right to it, right?
Okay.
All right. So there's this thing called death by cop. Have you guys familiar with that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, people will sometimes intentionally commit a crime, wave a gun at a cop with the hopes of them being shot.
Right.
Little do they know that if they go to any inner city, you don't need to go through all that. You just pretty much have any interaction with some police officers and
It'll go down.
Absolutely. Yeah. Choked out, shot, whatever. Well, this guy, he actually walked into a New York Police Department substation, precinct, with a knife and asked to be shot. They did oblige him with a taser.
Yeah, he fell hard, too.
Yeah.
I've seen the video. To his credit, the poor guy, there are 2 cops with their backs turned to him, and he's standing there with a big-ass knife, and he didn't try it. He wanted them to take him out.
Well, you know, you have to be specific in the type of shooting that you want.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right. It's like menu items. Like, you know, I'd like to get shot, not with the taser. Do you guys happen to have, you know, a 357, Colt 45?
That's sad.
He was clearly mentally
You're a bad man, Mark.
insane.
I'm bad?
That's a sad story.
I'm just saying you got to be specific. This is a life lesson.
Yeah, that's not nice.
Amazon is supposed to drop off packages, right? Not pick them up?
Yeah.
Right. Well, this one Amazon delivery driver, she went to drop off a package, but she saw something there that she also liked. So she said freebies and drove off. She stole the family dog from this one place she was delivering to.
I heard about this story.
Family dog.
They found her, too.
Not
Got
sure
the dog back.
what type of dog it was. Oh, it's a Dachshund.
Dachshund.
Oh, see? Now, those are irresistible.
Wasn't a Rottweiler or
But
a pit
it's
bull.
not hers. How you just going to take their stuff?
People like to steal. There's a woman who likes to dine and dash as well. A woman in New Mexico dined and dashed from a Sonic on Monday, and she actually had an excuse.
What is it?
She actually patted her chest a couple times and said, "This one's on God."
I like that excuse.
On God.
Yeah, but
I'm
if
going to
you
use that one.
if you were gonna go all out and dine and dash, let's not go to Sonic. Can we go to Papa Do's?
I don't think you can use the "on God" excuse at Papa
It
Do's.
didn't work at Sonic.
On God.
But you know you're more likely to get away with it.
I'm not
at
risking
Sonic.
my freedom for some tater tots and a half-ass burger.
On God.
Ma'am, it's $8.71. Get it from God.
Yeah, God said he got
got
it.
I got it. Yeah, yep.
I ain't
it on
got
his
it. I ain't
tab.
got it.
Pull it out the teal.
Oh.
Police are hunting for a woman because, well, they're not hunting for her anymore. I mean, I guess she pretty much has been busted. Have you guys heard this story? It's been trending everywhere.
Tell you about now. Police have now officially charged the woman accused of urinating on potatoes inside the West Mifflin Walmart. Grace Brown is facing charges of open lewdness, criminal mischief, disorderly conduct, and public drunkenness. She did turn herself into police earlier this afternoon.
Yeah, they got her on surveillance. And again, you've heard what store that happened in, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I know.
Yeah.
Walmart.
Listen, what is going on with
I
society?
don't get it.
Yo, can I tell you that I saw a screenshot of that chick and she's halfway decent.
Yeah, I saw her too. I mean, you know, you're not going to get any credit for bringing her around, but you're going to get dissed either.
I'm just
Somewhere in the middle.
The only difference between her and all these other stories, she was drunk.
You would expect
was drunk.
someone that looks like, I don't know, a crackhead to come in there and pee on the potatoes, not necessarily a decent looking person.
I guess. But you've been hearing all these stories and everyone else has been sober, licking the ice cream and doing all that stuff. But she was
That
drunk.
girl was decent looking too.
But here's the thing. Here's the crazy part about this. The part that really bothers me is it is bad that she peed on the potatoes. But I'm like, why wouldn't she pee on something like The Brussels sprouts, something we don't care about.
Yeah, something nobody eats.
Yeah, something nobody eats.
Yeah, not the potatoes.
You're not the potatoes. No.
Go pee on them dates.
Yeah. Some radishes you can pee on.
The squash. No one eats that.
Ain't there a kumquat you can relieve yourself on?
That's what Walmart. That's the risk Walmart runs by being open all night.
Yeah.
Listen, they're going to have to
Drunkards.
put the vegetables behind the locked cakes.
Yeah.
You have to grab an associate. Excuse me, sir, I just want a pack of bananas. Let me grab my key.
That's gross.
What's going on with you ladies being so violent against men? I mean, normally it's like, fellas accused of domestic violence. This stuff with you ladies attacking these fellas is getting out of control.
Because we've had enough.
Last week we did this episode. We talked about on the last episode about this lady who freaked out on a plane, hit the man upside the head with a laptop. Well, we got a couple stories that made McCrazy Talk today. One includes a woman in, guess the state?
Florida.
Absolutely. Yep. She allegedly bit off part of her boyfriend's thumb and threw it on the floor. Ting, 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 ting. As the kids watched. Yes. Yeah, she willfully and intentionally did it. Not really sure what happened.
There's meth involved.
Absolutely. They say the defendant then kicked the victim in the stomach and struck him several times with open and closed fists on various parts of the body.
What part of Florida does it say?
Ew.
Is that in the details anywhere?
I think that's irrelevant, but it does not say if it was South, Central, or Northern
we
Florida.
have a lot of people
But you know what
that
I
listen to
always
us
say.
from Florida, so I just wanted to know.
I always say he did something.
And then we have another lady who also went upside her man's head. Guess the state?
Florida.
Again, yes, exactly. Angered with the way her boyfriend cut the meat and potatoes for her dinner. Why'd you cut them into squares? I don't like them like that. I like it like strips. Well, she went ahead and punched him in the face, spat at him, and now she is in jail on alleged domestic battery.
That was the final straw. She had it.
Over the way it was
had
cut.
it.
Now I beat a bitch over the way it's cooked.
Don't do
the
it.
way it's cut.
Don't do
no?
it. Don't do
no?
it. We're not doing that.
Oh.
We're not hitting anybody because the meatloaf is
kidding.
undercooked.
I'm married and my wife is an amazing cook.
Right. Matter of fact, she
better
may hit
not.
you
Even if
if
she wasn't.
Right. So there's a new study that reveals that the common products linked to brain injuries in kids. What products are linked to brain injuries in kids? How are kids hurting themselves?
Products.
Yes. Maybe bicycles.
Yes.
Okay, that's on the list.
Skateboards.
Skateboards is not on this list.
Hoverboards.
Nope.
Oh.
How they hurting themselves?
Yeah.
Besides,
So here are some of the ones that I think are just absolutely ridiculous, besides the obvious ones like a bicycle, a football, a basketball, soccer, those things.
Right.
Why is ceiling and walls on here?
the ceiling? How you
Ceiling
get
and
up
walls.
there?
And the floor.
Somebody throwing them into the ceiling? What is going on?
The floor is responsible for brain injuries in kids. When they listed all these things, along with stairs.
I can see stairs and floor. You fall on the floor. How does the ceiling hurt you?
That's why these kids need to play outside.
You know what blows my mind though, and I thought of this. I was just on a trip to New York, and all the playgrounds are plastic with rubber floors, and we used to play on hard ass metal.
Concrete and
Yeah, you fell off the monkey bars. You fell off the monkey bars.
You might hit your head 8-9 times falling off the monkey bars on steel.
Why were our parents and parents before them, our grandparents, so irresponsible that they put merry-go-rounds in these playgrounds?
Yes.
That you know how dangerous those things are?
and you fly
You know how many little kids I made fly off one of them things?
Oh, you were the guy pushing
Yes,
it? All right.
yes.
So you put these kids on there, and then the big kid, the one that's in 6th grade that's been held back 2 or 3 times.
That's me.
Right. He's got the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd graders on there, and he's twirling the hell out of it, and they're spinning off of this thing like a centrifuge.
Obviously, we played together.
I have flown off of a seesaw.
Yeah.
Flown completely off because somebody bigger than me decided to just pounce on it.
Why do we have steel seesaws?
and asphalt on the ground. Like they got rubber floors now.
Like, where's the grass? Yeah.
Tell you what, we had it tough, kids. We had it tough. So there's a new scam to make sure that your kid can get into college. Are you familiar with this one?
Be a rich actress.
No, that's a good one, but there's a lot of loopholes in that one.
All right.
But in Chicago, they found a legal loophole so that kids can get college financial aid and scholarships, right? And so here's what it is. What you do is you give up custody. You give up custody of the child in their junior, senior year. And then they apply for, like, I don't have any
Financial aid,
parents.
yeah.
I need financial aid. They get it. Then they get in.
And that's jacked up.
Meanwhile, they're still like, hey, mama, hey, dad.
Right.
Right.
Right. There's a little bit of that.
So their parents are still supporting them, but they got this financial aid that the poor kids need.
It's paperwork. It's
That's
a technicality.
Yep, found a loophole. Yep, found a loophole.
Folks in Chicago will find a loophole.
Oh, yeah. That's what we do. I'm from Chicago originally. That's where I learned. All the loopholes are dispatched out of Chicago. So this drunk driver crashed her car where? Into the worst place possible. The entry gates of the county jail. Wait, what?
It's convenient.
Is she playing that?
At least that's convenient.
Yeah, they just opened the car door and said, listen, we walk you to where you need to go to.
That's stupid.
It don't
She
take
wanted to go to
smarts
jail.
to be a criminal.
Nope. Have you ever been to the airport and you had something in your luggage and you're like, oh my God, I didn't know that was in there? Yes, sir. You can't have these fingernail clippers in your. I'm sorry about
Right,
that.
right.
Okay, well, just throw it in the trash.
They took my snow globe after the wedding.
Right. Oh, no. It's more than 3 ounces of fluid, sir. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. Okay, well, you can't fly with it. All right, well, then fine. Okay, cool. Well, this guy had a similar incident in Baltimore. He had a missile launcher in his luggage.
A missile launcher.
Missile
Okay,
launcher in
yeah,
his luggage.
You can't take that with you.
Can't fly with that at the Baltimore-Washington International Thurgood Marshall Airport.
You would think of every airport, though, maybe that one.
Yeah.
I don't think you can fly with that
Listen,
in
have
any
you
airport.
heard the way the president describes Baltimore? You can bring bazookas in Baltimore.
Yeah, he's like, I'm sorry, after hearing the president's speech, I thought that, between
anything goes
here or Jacksonville, I should be able to bring anything.
Wow.
Oh, Jacksonville, you definitely can.
That's not jacked out.
So what are the 10 things, the 10 things that we're most likely to lie about early in a relationship?
How much money we make?
That's number 1. That's salary. Exactly right.
How many people we've been with?
Wow, that's how I know I'm lucky, yo.
Well, who asked that question? Who's the?
Well, you're gonna lie if you're asked.
That's like a 17-year-old.
But you're gonna
asking that
lie
question.
if you're asked. You're gonna lie. If we say 3, that means 15.
Yeah, you have to add. There's a mathematical equation.
You gotta multiply that.
If I ever gave an honest answer, it'd be over. So we'll just leave that. It'd be over.
You have to give them a range.
Party done.
Salary is up here. Spending habits you're most likely to lie about early in a relationship. Debt, your job, family, intentions with the relationship. I could see that. Where they live, hobbies, and interests are also on
My
here.
wife.
Yeah, because you say what you want to say, what you think the other person wants to hear.
My
Period.
wife knew I was broke, so I did all right.
Yeah.
I made out all right.
She knew what she was getting into.
She knew I was broke from jump.
But look, she stuck around.
That's
and
what I'm
looking
saying. I'm a
and
lucky
look
dude.
Now. Look at you now.
Oh yeah, I'm so rich.
Here's
She's
something.
toughed it out, that's for sure.
Yeah, you did. You toughed it out. You're quite a trooper.
She toughed it out.
That's what I said.
There's a crazy story that's going around right now. It's going viral on Reddit, and it's an interesting question or scenario.
Okay.
So a waiter secretly served a pregnant woman non-alcoholic drinks. All right? This lady was in a bar. He didn't appreciate her being pregnant and being there and ordering drinks. Not like she ordered a soda or some water.
Right.
She actually wanted, a Long Island iced tea or something, right? A beer. He's like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to fix your pregnant ass. I got something for you. So he feeding a beer. And she's like, I'm not buzzing at all. Well, here's another one, right? And then, so now we're saying, hey, was the waiter unethical in doing that because he lied to her, also charged her for what, a beer would be, and fooled her?
But he was
she
giving
didn't get
her-
what she paid for.
He was giving her non-alcoholic beer.
Or, a non-alcoholic
No,
virgin beverages.
She saw on the receipt that it was virgin, and that's why she got angry. I
Right.
saw that. So she saw that it was like, wait a minute.
Well, if she had been a virgin, this wouldn't be a problem.
Right. She said, I'm not a virgin, and I don't want my drink to be a virgin either.
You don't get alcohol and you're pregnant,
Right.
period. I'm
So,
sorry.
but was the guy wrong for doing it? Because it is,
No. I agree
I'd
with
have
him.
called the cops on that lady.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Sorry, that's when Snitch Menace comes out. Snitch Menace exists.
I've seen Snitch Menace at the airport.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and tell your Snitch Menace story.
Which one?
You got plenty. Just pick one.
At the airport?
Yeah, so there was this couple was smoking cigarettes.
Oh yeah, they had a little baby in the smokers room at the Atlanta airport.
That's awful.
Listen, I smoke heavy. I would never have brought a child in that room.
Yeah, it's nothing but smoke.
It was
in
like
that room.
sitting in the car with Be Real and Method Man and Red Man.
Right. Yeah.
Cigarette smoke.
Actually, that room looks like the Scooby-Doo van.
Yeah, I damn sure did go find a cop and tell him, and they kicked him out.
I would have too, though.
Sitting there with a toddler.
I don't call you a snitch in that situation. That's being a good Samaritan. For
I
real.
agree. Are you guys familiar with the term hobosexual?
I found out what that was a couple of days ago.
No, but I can guess.
Okay, what's a hobosexual?
You like to have sex with homeless people?
That's gross.
You're looking for dirty chicks?
No, it's not that.
Dirty, strange.
No.
Ew, that's too much.
Pretty much a hobosexual describes anyone who starts dating you because they need a place to stay.
Oh,
Have you
makes
done that
sense.
before?
Oh, yeah.
I actually
Definitely.
In my family, we call that Cousin Larry. That's what
Cousin
he
Larry.
did. Yeah,
But
Cousin
no, but okay, so
Call
who is
that.
Cousin Larry dating in the family though? Like,
No, I mean that guy is the one that's
he's
can't-
always with
yeah.
somebody because he needs a place
I
to
call
go.
that pimping.
Yeah, that is kind of pimpish.
And
It's sad, too, though. It's very sad.
it is sad to be. It's sad to be a grown person not have your shit together to the point where you have to sit there and mislead men or women because you need a place to stay.
Women do it too.
Absolutely. And then people are hearing what? Fewer. They're not hearing this or experiencing this as much as they used to, right? And that is compliments. People are not complimenting each other like they used to. Now we're down to about 4 times a week when it used to be a whole lot more
Yeah,
robust.
because anything is a line cross now. Anything.
Everybody's scared.
If I'm like, Indy, you look beautiful today. She could go
Sexual
report me.
harassment.
That's a wrap for me.
Right, exactly. That's a lovely shade of lipstick you got on there. He made a comment about my body.
Let me tell you something. You can tell me how beautiful I am all day, how sexy I am. You
No,
can tell me
ma'am.
my hair is beautiful,
Not
my
doing it.
feet are beautiful. You can talk about my booty, my boobs, whatever. I want the compliment. It's a compliment to me.
87% of the time, I did have foul intentions, but those other 13%
care.
of the times, it was professional.
Indy,
Very nice.
I'm going to debate you on this. And here's what I'm going to debate you on it. You say
I
that
know
somebody
where it's coming from.
somebody can compliment you depending on who the person is.
Right.
Right.
If the dude's mad creepy or you
Right.
perceive him as mad creepy, then it's completely unwanted.
Or if he looks like Forrest Whitaker, I don't want that compliment. I'm telling. I'm telling.
See, it comes with
You're right.
stipulations.
Yeah.
Right.
You're right.
All right, so this is the McCrazy podcast.
Your titties look nice today.
Oh, let's not do that. Please don't.
I know, right? They popping today for some reason. I don't know.
Okay,
what's
so
going
then
on.
it's not unwanted.
Strictly professional.
Right, exactly. Let's get Forrest Whitaker in here and see if he'll say the same thing.
Oh no.
So Webster can't come in here and give you a compliment?
No. But T.I., Justin Timberlake, hey.
All right, wrap it up, Mark.
There it is. All right, there it is.
Hey.
Thank you for listening to this week's Nonsense. Some of the stories that you may or may not have heard this week, we'd like to share it in the McCrazy podcast. It's available SoundCloud, Apple, and also YouTube.
Subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe.
Yes.
Turn up with us.
Exactly. Thank y'all.